I'll be at the glory.
Is there a name out there that you just see yourself in the ring with? Create such
Anybody who's in my way. If you fight at 140 and you're in the way to the world title, then I gotta fight you. So once I get to the world title, then we can make huge fights happen. People want to see belt versus belt, everything on the line, high stakes. So it's an amazing thing. Amazing time in boxing right now.
Speaking of amazing,
Emiliano, what do you think of Tito Mercado?
Tito Mercado, he actually fought my brother when he was an amateur. I know he just fought not too long ago. He was talking shit to Keyshawn and Shakur, so I think we both have the same interests, but he's a good fighter. He's definitely a good fighter, and like I said, anybody who's at 140, I'd love to get it on.
What's behind the Keyshawn beef? Keyshawn, where did it start?
Not really beef. I'm done talking about it. It's just like now people are starting to see who he is after interviews of me and him going at it. So I'm just good.
What sparked it? Like, we're all just curious. What sparked
everybody saw the video, so
was the little?
Just everybody. I mean, look, I'm a young man at the end of the day. I'm not gonna be disrespected, So when you put your finger in my face, that's a sign of disrespect. So I got my mother there. I got my family, my sister. So it's just that's really what it was. But other than that, he should be worried about his next fight. I'm worried about my next fight, but success rubs people the wrong way.
So Sanchez is
fighting on a festive weekend like this. Fighting on a festive weekend like this, you go to my weekend.
Yeah.
Major card. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. This is what I was meant to do. I'm a star, because God made me that way. I'm made in His image. I walk with favor, and nobody can tell me that I'm not a star. My mama thinks so. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just real happy, real excited. I just fought 3 weeks ago. My toughest opponent to date. Luckily, I got the victory and in a pretty amazing fashion. And I'm not gonna do the same thing every time I fight. Just continue to get better.
When you know when your next opponent will be?
You could ask my lawyer. It's just all these guys that we've been sending contracts to that said they were ready and they were getting ready for months, and this is a step-up opponent, and then all of a sudden after my last fight, they go silent, or they had an injury, or they pulled a heart muscle, so it's just
somebody with a winning record.
Yeah, no, 100%. Big step-ups, real people that have fought real people, and they don't want to take the step up, so I'm just looking to fight anybody. I told the matchmaker I'm ready to fight King Kong, so put anybody in there. I know I'm prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually, and I'm in my moment right now.
Thank you.